So originally we're supposed to be doing episodes 480, 481, and 482, but I was yelled at this on Discord, man. They yelled at me. I'm kidding, they didn't yell at me, but they assured me that 480, 481, 482, and 483 was the way to go after adding that extra episode. So, as per the recommendation, we'll be doing episodes 480 to 483 today, this One Piece video. So, welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. We're back for some more One Piece. Last time we watched episodes 477, 478, and 479, I assumed I was going to keep, keeping up 3-episode tradition, but today we're doing 4. In the last one, I got some notes down over here as usual. We got a bit of Ace's childhood, a bit of Ace's upbringing, how he acted as a child, and fitting of his devil fruit. He was quite a hothead, he was getting into fights left and right. He didn't care how tall the person was, how much older. He was just a kid beating everyone's ass, man. I don't even know how that's possible. It's like you got a 3 or 4-year-old toddler just beating your ass. That's crazy to me. But yeah, it seems as though this whole entire ordeal of Ace's execution is just amping up to 11. Luffy is out here just getting bodied left and right. He can barely stand up at this point. He's already almost seen death once. And the tension hormones were barely able to get him out of that. But he's asking for them again, Eva, as the proper human mind should, tells him that, look, you're going to die if you do this again. You're shortening your life so much. Luffy isn't living past 25 at this point. He's gotten so many of these tension hormones. But yeah, he's been injected again. He's back up. He's ready for this is like his 5th wind at this point. He's just going at it constantly. Episode 478, get a bit of Koby. As far as the Koby exposition goes, it feels like sort of a foil to Luffy. He's kind of there as far as what Luffy wants to accomplish. He's starting to get that Luffy mindset. He's a little bit late on it, but if he started with the mindset he just got in episode 478, he'd be a lot farther. But I feel like there was still a bit of his personality that was a bit holding him back. He wasn't 100% in. He was like 90% maybe. Like, he was in there, but he wasn't in there. But I think Luffy punched some sense into his brain. He disfigured his skull. I think Koby, once he gets up from that, he's like, okay, yeah, I need to hit the gym, bro. I need to start training some more. He's got Soru under his sleeve, so he's better than the average, run-of-the-mill Marine soldier that we see getting bodied with one hit. But it's just not enough. I mean, Luffy didn't even gear second to match up with his Soru. And we do know from the whole... why am I forgetting? Eni's Lobby, there we go. We know from that arc, like, the 6 powers can vary between person and person. So one person's Soru might not be as fast as another person's, or one person's tech guy might not be as strong as another. So there is some leveling up that he can do with his 6 powers. He can learn more 6 powers to begin with, but there is still so much more for Koby to do, so much more room to grow before he's even able to come even close to, not even an admiral, not even a vice admiral, just a captain. It's getting up to that point. It's going to take a while, but he's got the Luffy mindset. I think Luffy punched it into him. I think he's got it now. I think he can push himself to that point. Whitebeard isn't human. This man has 17 different holes in his chest, bro, and he is still walking. How is that? I don't know what he is, bro. He's got a gaping hole in the middle of his chest. Like, you could see through that thing. I'm pretty sure you could just see through his chest right now. He's coughing it off like a common cold. Your lungs are gone, bro. Like, what's happening? And again, episode 478. Conqueror's Hockey makes a comeback. Luffy he's had enough, bro. He's just like, no, out of my way. I'm tired of you low tier level 10 fools coming at me. I am done with y'all. Just everyone move. Episode 479. I was questioning how far the platform was. They've been running for so long. Like, I'm assuming it's only been a few minutes, but this thing has to be at least like maybe 2 or 3 miles for, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Luffy can run a pretty quick mile, maybe 8 or 9 minute mile, but like still, like how was it this far that they haven't caught up to it yet? I don't know. The whole distance thing in this show is weird, so I ain't gonna do it. Maybe we can ask Zoro. Maybe he'll know. Crocodile versus Hawkeye. A pretty meaty matchup, I must say. Meaty is a weird adjective to use, but I'm using it anyway. It's a meaty matchup that I definitely want to see more of, but I think they're just going to give us one clash and that's it. Just leave it to your imagination how Crocodile versus Hawkeye would look. Inazuma is back, hiding in the fro. I want to hide Inazuma in my fro just to see what would happen. Crab-chan, he's cutting the floor up. He's giving us bridges. He's giving us walkways. He's a good assist character. You know what I mean? He's solid. He's got a few fighting chops too, but as an assist character, perfect. And now we finally ended with Garp versus Luffy, which is where I'm assuming we're about to go here. So my prediction is this is about midway to where the anime is at right now. And the anime obviously isn't completed, but it's still going. In order to catch up at this point, it's around, I don't remember at this point. It's near 1,000. So we're in the 400s right now, late 400s. So we're about half into it, right? We're about half into catching up. It's just so weird to say. Halfway into catching up with the damn show. But I don't know. There has to be something that there's been so much build up, bro. This has been over 100 episodes of build up, not towards anything specifically, just the idea of Luffy growing up. He needs to level up his mindset. He's up there as far as, motivation, and he's got the stuff, but he doesn't have the juice. He's got the ingredients, but he hasn't made the smoothie. You know what I mean? He's got the oomph. He just doesn't have the pizzazz. I don't know what I'm saying, but he's just not there yet. And something needs to happen to push him. Because this whole ordeal that's going on right now, I already know in my mind, it's not ending up good. We've had so many dubs. The way they're setting this up right now, the shit on Sabaody is just a precursor. It's like letting us know, look, Luffy is in over his head, okay? Let's just give you a taste at what that looks like. He's in over his head. Look at what an admiral looks like. Look at what these pacifista and all that, look at what they look like. See what they can do to them. They got bodied. Look at Impel Down. Look at the Warden. Just give you another taste of what there is out here. Gets bodied. Now he's out here trying to face up against these emperors and admirals and all these people. It's just that I don't think Luffy understands the level at which he's outclassed within these seas. He wants to keep moving, but he's like, he's a zoomer, right? I never thought I'd use this word in this context, but in the literal sense, he's just trying to zoom his way through this whole thing. He needs to slow down, and I don't think Luffy knows how to do that. He needs to learn how to slow down. And I understand that's his brother. That's the man he grew up with. That's his family right there. And he went above and beyond for Robin and Nami, and those are people he just met a few weeks ago. This is someone he's grown up with, so it's clear he's willing to die for Ace. There's no doubt about that. But he's the main character. He's got plot armor as thick as it would ever come. He's not dying here. Ace is another character I think has plot armor. I don't think he's gonna die because they given him too much. You know what I mean? This whole arc, setting him up as Gold Roger's son. Now I'm feeling like, okay, yeah, they're gonna give him something. Who I think will die here is Whitebeard. Whitebeard and Garp are on my hit list because Garp is that grandfather to Luffy, as to Ace. Whitebeard, grandfather figure. If they both die, I feel like that's gonna give them a good push. I'm not entirely sure Ace needs that same push that Luffy needs. We don't know enough about him to really, gauge his personality or what his flaws and quirks are and all that, but we know enough about Luffy to realize that he needs something to push him over the edge here. So, my predictions for whenever this arc ends, Luffy saves Ace, Garp dies Garp saves Ace and Luffy. Garp dies doing it. Or he doesn't die here, but something's going to happen as to where Garp loses his life in some way. And then that's going to hit Luffy. That's going to be okay, hold up. I need to wake up, bro. This is no game. And I'm not sure. Did Whitebeard die on 50-50 on that? He could. He has way too many like holes in his body to not die at this point. But if he makes it out of this, which I'm assuming they probably have some legendary doctor or something on the boat. I mean, why wouldn't they? I'm assuming Whitebeard doesn't want to die this early, so he's got something in the back for sure. He's not a dummy. He knows how to play the game. He definitely has something backed up. So I'm not entirely sure if Whitebeard dies, and it's gonna make sense to me. But I think with everything that's been building up, there has to be something major that happens. And we're not getting away scot-free with Ace. There's absolutely no way we're just grabbing Ace and walking out. Something has to happen, and I don't know what it is, but it's been like over 100 episodes with this whole... No, I'm taking it back to Alabasta, man. It's been since Alabasta, since Ace was ever brought up. And this whole thing with Blackbeard, that all this has been building up. And I'm going to hate it so much if it doesn't pay off, in the sense that it doesn't even have to be a death, just some type of major change. Some type of major... I don't know what. Hell, maybe someone on the Marine... Like, they kill an admiral, maybe. I don't know. Like, something has to happen. But let's get into these 4 episodes here. Episode 480. Run. There's nothing else to... There's no I swear to God, if they stay, I'm not watching the show anymore. If they don't run... Oh my God, they just have to fucking run now. That's it. That's all they have. There's nothing keeping them there. Just run. The only thing that's keeping them there is Kizaru. Fast-ass mother... Here's what's gonna happen now. Here's what I was thinking, bro. The whole Garp flashback I want to say at the end. Look. Garp is going to sacrifice himself. That whole entire thing. Come on now, that has to happen. Garp has to sacrifice himself, and then what happens there? I think because of how adamant Garp was against Luffy becoming a pirate, and because of Luffy's choice to become a pirate, pushed Garp to make these choices to protect him. I think his death might lead Luffy into second guessing himself about his dream to become a pirate. And that's something we never seen come from Luffy, which I think would put this story to GOAT level. Because we've seen Luffy, you know, the majority of the story has just been move forward, don't have no regrets. But if we get some introspective sort of deep thinking from Luffy, like just really like saying, what am I doing? Is it right? Because at some point he has to say that. Like with everything going on, there's no way he can't. Like Luffy's dumb, but he's not that dumb. He's not just gonna keep moving after all this. And I think Garp sacrificing himself is what's gonna be the pushing factor, because he hasn't seen it yet. And even him, like the thing is, he's willing to lose his own life. He's ready for that. So even the whole show with Impel down and almost dying, that shit isn't really gonna hit him that hard, because he's like, I'll come back from it. I'll come back stronger. Happened with Crocodile. Happened with NL. Damn near happened with Lucci for sure. Happened with goddamn Magellan, Kuma, all that shit. I come back stronger, so who can kill me? But if he loses someone else because of his choices, he might have to take a step back and think about what he's doing. I think Garp sacrificing himself is what's going to be that pushing factor. Because with what Garp did just now, that's making me think, okay, yeah, so Garp, he can't go through with it. Like, there's no way he's going to let Luffy or Ace die because of that shit. So, either that or they just run. They run and Whitebeard holds them back, and then Whitebeard dies, and then that's going to give Ace some big pushing factors to keep going on further. Maybe he might be the next captain of the Whitebeard Pirates. Who knows? If Ace becomes the Emperor... Oh. Let's get into the next episode, man. Enough theorizing. Let's get into Navy. He's fighting a whole lot. Oh my God, Whitebeard is... Dude. So many legends. So many legends going down to the Navy. They're really winning out here, bro. Gold Roger on the hit list. He's gone. Now we're about to lose White. Like, this is, from what I've seen, one of the most influential pirates. really going down like that. I just wish we could see more of him, because we're sort of just stepping into this whole world in Luffy's shoes, and he's just walking into the middle of it. I wish we could see, like, I want to see Whitebeard's whole story, you know? I want to see Ace's whole story. I even want to see Sengoku's whole story. I wish all of them could just have their own series. Like, that's impossible. But that just goes to show how well a lot of these characters are written. The fact that Oda is able to fit in so many characters that you just want to know more about. Like, and I haven't seen enough anime to really know just how far that goes with other series. But I know for a fact that it wasn't that fleshed out, as far as I can recall, with something like Dragon Ball. I didn't care enough about a lot of the other characters to really want to know more about them. Like the characters that I cared about in something in a show like that, they were already being fleshed out. Like, I mean, Goku, Gohan, all that. The first part of Naruto, I haven't seen Shippuden, but the first part of Naruto, the OG series, they did that as well. I mean, but still, you got to know a lot about the characters. But, you know, I still got Shippuden to see more about that, see if anything happens there. But with One Piece, there are just so many characters. I just want to know even some of the Straw Hats, we don't really know too much about their upbringing. Like, Zoro is sort of a mystery. We know one story of him as a kid. Sanji, we only really know one story of him as a kid. Like, who else? Fucking Nami, we know a lot about, sure. Brooke, we know nothing about. Frankie, we know a lot about. Robin, we know a lot about. We know a lot about her. Chopper, we know. So, yeah, there's still a few Straw Hats that we still really don't know a lot about. But a lot of the side characters that are coming up, they're... Bro, there's just too much, man. There's just so much. This is one of those stories that could just never be completely finished, bro. There's so much that you could go into. But let's get into the next episode here, episode 482. Yeah, let's go. Nah, they're baiting me. I am falling for the bait. I am not falling for the bait. That's bait. Oda is trying to bait me. That is bait. You had me for a second. You're not killing Ace. No. You're not. Get the fuck out. Nah, if Ace, fuck this show. If Ace dies, fuck this shit. Nah, I don't care what anyone says. I'm not watching anymore. He's not dead. They really brought this back. When they brought this back, Let's watch the next episode. Fuck this, bro. Nah. If he dies, that's the last episode. That's the last episode of this fucking series. If Ace dies, 483, I'm not watching after that. I promise you. I said it before. If Oda... Let's go on to the next episode. Let's just do it. I have no words, man. I got no words, bro. Y'all gonna do that? Oda? You gonna sit up there and do that? Fuck, bro. I don't know. Like, it's not even only the fact that Ace died. Like, you can empathize so hard with Luffy. I mean, you know how that man goes above and beyond for anyone he even considers a friend, family, but a brother. To lose him like that? I don't even, like... Some wild shit, bro. I didn't think One Piece would go like that. That felt like a main character too, bro. And you're gonna... Rip Ace, bro. Fuck that, bro. Rip Ace. got shit else to say, man.